okay, from swimming per capita than America.
Okay, well that's a really unfair comparator because the integer has to be one because you can't have ironically you can't have a float number. You can't have a decimal fraction of a gold medal. It has to be one gold medal at a time.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. You bring it up and we throw it out. Appreciate it.
That's why it should be medals per athlete. Integer number, medals per athlete.
Medals per capita or per thousand.
It would be per 100,000. Would make it a reasonable way.
I can see the massive elephant trap that Rowan's pushed you into there, brother.
It's on. He still hasn't been able to get out of it.
Does anyone else feel like the Olympics needs like a normal, like out of shape? Just the general level of fitness person from that country as a control that you can just run next to the other athletes so that we know just how good.
Oh, you mean the average American who weighs like close to 200 pounds? Is that what you're? Is that what you want?
Well, that and also the team that are going to defib him back up onto his feet, like 100 meters. You know, it might make the whole Olympic Games last about 4 weeks, longer than it would have otherwise. But
you're suggesting a random person in each country is selected to do an event. So we'd have like a 250-pound beer gut guy from Alabama doing the swimming.
Are you telling me that wouldn't make the Olympics even more entertaining?
Yep.
One, you would have a frame of reference.
What would you call it? That's a wonderful idea. What would you call it?
Just have the control group. That would be the control group. And one would be able to appreciate just how fit these athletes are. And two, you get a second shot at it.
Oh my God. That's hysterical. Could you imagine them even trying to get on the pommel or something? Fall over. It's priceless. Oh, who is proposing this? I gotta look at the screen. Who just said that?
Oh, sorry, that was me down at the bottom.
You have no name. How do you do that? Have no name?
You type your first name in Clubhouse as a space character.
He was
just everything space except space.
He was adopted.
Wait, better. You just type everything in space.
No, just like the first character of the first name, and then put your surname in as regular text.
Everything, it has all these hidden features. Like put the flag in your first letter of your profile description, and you get the little flag on your.
That's only true during the Olympics.
No, I've seen other blank.
No, I'm serious.
I've seen other vacuous people too.
I can't fly the New Zealand flag upside down, so I shan't.
That's what
do people in Australia dump on New Zealand like we dump on Canada? Like, is that a thing, or they look up to you? What?
Yeah, no, we jump on them.
I would say yes.
I don't know. I'm not an Australian or a New Zealander.
Didn't your country wage 2 wars with emu birds and lose both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Really insensitive, man. You're not acknowledging the oppression of the Australians by the
Oh my God, that was priceless.
It's true.
They involved tanks. Like, the further down that Wikipedia article that you get to, that you're being pranked all down. It just gets more and more ridiculous, like a Monty Python sketch.
Who supplied the emu birds with tanks?
Is that what it does?
Okay. How did the birds win against tanks? Australia has tanks? What do you need tanks for? Who's going to invade Australia?
Emu birds.
It's true. The thing is,
even the Japanese
are now better
Australia.
Informed and better prepared and better protected, right, than Americans. If and when the emus decide to attack Australia or America, you guys are fucked. Americans are fucked.
Oh,
we're going to send the emus over there, and we're going to fuck you right up.
Pablo Escobar brought in hippos into Colombia from Africa. Now they're running rampant
Yeah.
all over the place. Imagine if you guys dropped a bunch of emus from a cargo plane in the middle of like Illinois.
Yep.
It would be the end of us.
You
I
forget about the
heard
atomic bombs.
hippos are very
neutron
aggressive.
bombs.
They
Forget
well, they
about
can
that.
be kind
Hyper-aggressive.
of polite when you're
Yes.
feeding them and they're docile, but yeah, they can be very aggressive.
Yeah, I'm just saying
More than rhinos, even though rhinos have a bad rap in comparison.
Oh yeah, rhinos are nice. They're you know they don't have any natural.
What the fuck? Rhinos?
Yes.
No, they kill human beings in great numbers.
Yeah, that's when you fuck around with them.
No. If you're in the water and they see you, they'll come after you. It's not because you're fucking.
Those are the hippos you're thinking of.
Yeah.
No, hippos, rhinos, same thing.
Rhinos they eat grass. Rhinos are they're not omnivores, they're herbivores.
If I was a rhino and I saw. By the way, what is the seriously rap dancing at the Olympics?
It's so crazy. Soon they're gonna have gum chewing. Who can gum chew and get something to be like just tasteless? You know how gum starts out really tasty, and then in a few minutes it's like you wonder what the fuck you're doing with your mouth.
It's like a marriage.
Who thought it was a good idea for Snoop Dogg to be the American mascot at the Olympics?
I thought that was so stupid. NBC was just using Snoop Dogg for ratings. It was just so disgusting. Like, yeah, he's nice and he's a cultural icon in this country.
He's worth $100 million and he doesn't do anything. He has like 2 songs.
Yeah, and he just shows up to stuff. And he fucks Martha Stewart once a year just to keep himself relevant. She's 82 or 80 or something like that, you know.
You'd think with all that money he could afford like a convincing hairpiece as opposed to the Klingon do that he's sporting at the moment.
Oh,
Did you say Klingon? Like,
Yeah.
Wait, Norm.
He's got
wait,
a forehead
Klingon
that
as
goes
in
all the
like
way to
Velcro
the
or
ground.
Klingon as in Star Trek?
Star Trek.
What is
Like, that length of forehead.
You've got one of your fans in the audience.
Ooh,
Apparently, you're one of
who's fan?
your favorite piggy monkeys.
Oh,
are
hey,
you,
Egyptian.
Player?
Hey, how are you? Come on up.
Pines of Normo's mum is. Oh, well, look at the Pines of Normo's mum is so tight that her pussy is so clear. I don't actually understand what Egyptians say. Yeah, miss your mum, Normo. She's
This
hot.
is what happens when people don't get laid.
Whoa, Egyptian. I'm
Their
not sure
brains fill up
who
with
your real
jizz.
father is. Who's he talking to?
He's talking to Norm. He's basically saying, Norm, your mum adopted you, you two, Normo, because your parents could not let you. Oh my God. Just fucking ugly.
This is, you're supposed to speak English on the app. We can't accommodate other languages.
I can't understand what Egyptians saying.
I
I'm
just
sure
think
you are not
I
even
don't think it should
sure
be
who
personal
your
attacks,
father
Egyptian.
is.
Please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Did you hear too how your mum screamed and I was fucking her?
Oh my God, Egyptian. This is so out of character for you. Please stop.
Wow.
Wait, why does he deserve so? Like, come on up instead of typing. Come up and defend your actions.
That's disgusting.
Come up, Egyptian. We want to hear your point of view. Everybody gets.
What does he deserve? Why does he deserve it? And
Let's
why
have a
are you
healthy debate, Egyptian.
3 questions. What does he deserve? Why does he deserve it? And why are you the person to give it to him? Those 3 questions I want to know.
He's a fake
I have a
Egyptian.
4th question.
Oh, by the way,
How do I get involved in your pyramids?
Oh my God. You were waiting for that one.
You are so far
Everyone,
out.
I hope is okay. Everyone but Norm, of course.
Okay, first question.
Egyptian, we're gonna drop a bomb on your head. Don't
Blah,
move.
blah,
Okay,
blah,
why
blah,
are you
blah, blah.
upset?
Why don't you cut your hair, piggy monkey?
We're gonna drop a bomb.
Hang on for a second. Hang on for a second.
Yeah.
Hey, pause. Hang on for a second. Egyptian, can you be nice to old Norm? Say anything. Look, he didn't say anything to your room.
Well, okay. Well, let's see. You invited me to come up. I really appreciate. I came for you, Rohan. You're a good guy. Yakov is a good friend. I really respect him so much. As for Normal, which I prefer not to talk to him,
That's all
he's a
right.
big liar, he's a big shit, he always
That's right.
removes me for reason and for no reason.
Right.
Since there is no
So
reason,
tell us
then
more
let's
about
have
the pyramid.
so let's have a personal issue then, and I will deal with that with a personal issue, personal perspective. I don't care. So if I'm removed in that, so I have reasons.
Egyptian, hang on, just give you a pause. Appreciate it. So, we're having a nice conversation here, and you're in the chat, and we're talking about Norm's mother. We don't really need to go there, do we? Can we just try and keep it away?
I don't like that either. I don't like that either, but the problem is that when someone, makes it personal, yes, who started? He did. So, okay, I'm a reaction. I don't start with offending people at all.
Okay, hold on. So we have 4 questions, Egyptian, 4 questions. What did he do that was so offensive? Okay?
So,
Nothing.
Okay, so why is this different?
Well, as I responded to your first question, Yaakov, it was not the first time. He did it so many times with me. So it turned into personal.
I didn't have
Hang on, no, actually, I want to take the conversation in a different direction. Okay. I would like El Nomo to say 3 nice things that he appreciates about Egyptian, and then Egyptian can do the same, or Egyptian can go first. 3 nice things you can say about Norm.
On some days, he does not smell like camel shit. That's one.
That's not nice.
Okay. That's number 1.
Okay, come on. Norm, come on. Do you want to take that back?
It's okay. Let him. Sometimes he doesn't smell picky as well.
No, but Egyptian was right. Norm's mother is a big prostitute. He was right.
Okay, so
Jabelli, come on, Jabelli.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I accept number 1, and my response is that he doesn't smell piggy all the time, but most of the time he smells piggy because he's a pig. Go ahead, Normal.
Now let's try just add a little bit of cream on here, maybe some strawberries, and let's go for a nice thing. Let's go for connection. Hang on,
you want the cream?
Yeah, well, not exactly. But Norm, let's try a different here between the 2 of you, just a little bit. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I have a message from your mom, and she wishes you well, and she's sorry that she turned her back on you, and she's open to reestablishing relations after she leaves my bed.
I have a 2-part question.
Okay. Very well. I really appreciate that your mom is always hot in bed, and I talked to her last night. She was screaming and she was hot. Oh my God, she's hot. I really like fucking her. I really enjoy insulting people like you. Go ahead,
Okay. So let's go. Just hang on for a second. Norm's got one more opportunity to say something nice. Norm, where have you got?
Okay, in spite of the fact that Israel has defeated Egypt, a country 1/100th the size of Egypt, perhaps 1,000th the size. We will definitely send you a Hanukkah card next year.
Let him show how fucking stupid he is. Go ahead, Normal. Go ahead.
Land area or people?
Land area, people, and intelligence.
Go ahead. I'm waiting for that day, and then when I fuck you and kick your ass, don't complain and play the role of a victim. Go ahead. I'm waiting for you.
I'm in a committed relationship.
Flirting with a piggy monkey like you. You're a piece of shit. Come on, man.
Can I just point something out? Hang on. I just want to point something out. Egyptian. You called him a piggy monkey, and then you also say that you want to fuck him. Do you see a problem with that at all?
Why? That is called Tuesday.
Well, as long as there are some people who are stupid and fucking people like Norman, then he deserves that. Be my guest.
Thank you.
If you want that, be my guest.
So I have a 2-part question, Egyptian. Firstly, if you could pull to refresh, and the second part of my question is, how did this guy get the gig at the Olympics?
I'm sorry, I'm not. I didn't have the desire to come up and talk, but maybe we can talk later. I just came up respectively to Norm because I like fucking people like him and insult him. I just came as a responder to Rohan, whom I really like enjoying and talking to him. Yakov is a good friend. So I came as a responder to your invitations, guys, and I declared my situation. Thanks for giving me the chance.
Well, I'm glad that I was able to once again facilitate, a bondage session.
Peace in the Middle East.
Wait, you're
Peace
into
across
BDSM?
Yeah.
You want a bondage session? Did I hear that right?
Well, they were whipping.
Let me see. 21.
Wow. Hey, Joanna.
Hello, Egyptian. It's me, Joanna.
Oh, my close friend Joanna, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Glad to see you're here. I didn't know you had any rivalry with El Normo. But yes, I am just grateful that you're all here, gathered here today.
Yeah, but everybody hates El Normo. He's an old, out of shape.
Everyone, that means not a...
Wait a second here. We've got one mic policy here. Okay.
That's all.
This out of shape piece of shit.
Jabelli.
Suck my dick, bitch.
No, I haven't got a microscope, but next time I find one, I'll keep you in mind. In the meantime, you can stay down in the VIP section. Thanks, Jabelli.
Would that be an imperial or men?
Oh, it would be an imperial.
Imperial, because we'll make it smaller.
Exactly. Joanna, my sincere apologies.
Divide the same to me.
Exactly. Joanna, if you'd like to continue your address to Egyptian, that would be wonderful.
Oh no, Egyptian is like family to me, and I like to come up and thank you for allowing me. I'm just surprised that you're all here and making up. That's divine.
Yeah, look, that's my wife.
He's like family to me too. He's our dog that we keep out in the yard.
Yes, of course. You're the son of my favorite horn, Norma, so you're family to me too.
Hang on.
Thank you, Joanna. I really appreciate your beautiful words.
This is a guy who is boasting about his sex life with monkeys.
Blah, 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 blah.
What do you say to monkeys?
Did you just call Norm's mum a whore?
She's my favorite horn.
Okay, that's a horn.
Horus. Things
that
are
your
horns.
Right.
I never knew horn.
Head of a kestrel.
I don't know. Favorite horn. Hi, Pamela. Welcome to this beautiful
Hello, Pamela.
conversation.
Oh, we need Harry Balzac to come up. He's really doing well in the chat.
We're loving this.
Harry, come on up.
We're loving this room.
Can you ask? Maybe he'll respond to you, Ryan.
Yeah,
Hey,
I've
Ryan.
sent him,
How's it going,
I've
brother?
sent him a request to come up. Yeah, doing good. Pamela, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Thank you very much. Just
Excellent.
waiting for things to move along.
Waiting
How's
for things to move
everything
on.
going in the original but defunct apartheid state?
Yeah.
Things are pretty fucked up over there, aren't they?
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Put a bunch of socialist communists in charge of the economy and figure out how quickly they can destroy it.
It's gonna head that way.
Are you talking to Australia, guys?
No, they're right up there. I think we're gonna have a
there are riots
president.
in Venezuela after the, obvious social section.
Yeah, but now military, the other candidates, though. I think we'll have a new president soon.
Yeah. My wife, yesterday there were military who were taking off their uniforms and joining the riot.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Meets me on the bounty.
I think our favorite Venezuelan dictator will be in Cuba soon.
It's a pretty good idea.
This is Maduro.
Yeah, Maduro. Yeah.
I just want to point out Jabelli in the VIP section. He's fantastic. Love Jabelli. Yeah, Rowan's mother slept with a kangaroo, and 9 months later he came out. Wow. Hey, Jabelli, I have a mother. We're still trying to find yours. after you being found right in the yards underneath a cow dung at a very early age. I understand you were dropped on your head, and that's okay.
Last DNA test I took for your belly, fuck me.
Wow.
Well,
Where do these people come from, honestly?
Well, it's not a family tree, it's more of a branch.
No, I need Harry up here. Come on, Harry, come on up.
On top of it, he doesn't know his biology because kangaroos give birth after 28 to 33 days. So
Yeah, and they don't they spend more time in the pouch developing than they do inside the mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, marsupials.
no,
I mean, if he would actually be diligent, he would take that, add the human pregnancy length, and then divide it by 2 and get an actual.
Why 2?
marsupials are cute.
Yeah,
But he's
love
not doing
them. I saw.
No.
I'm inspired now to make a meme with Matt LeBlanc hanging out of a kangaroo's pouch.
Do it.
Why Matt LeBlanc?
Rowan?
Yeah. Go
Why
on.
Matt LeBlanc better?
And that's because baby kangaroos are called Joe.
That's a good one.
That is pretty.
Half of New Jersey is called Joey.
So it was a
New
bit
Jersey
of
men.
a snipe on the Emu Wars comment. I know that it still hurts. But when my wife was point out where New Zealand was, and she said it was like Australia's hemorrhoids. Like, you think that you've heard the most ridiculous thing about the country falling apart. It's like fate in the news cycles. Like, hold my beer.
It seems like there are lots of red alerts in north of Israel at the moment.
Yeah, showed one person's
They address that.
from another.
Like, I don't understand what Israel's doing. Like, I know they're planning something big, but how many more days does it have to go by? Well, it's not binding, so like.
Between countries.
Right.
I mean, I just think Israel's biding their time and waiting for peace be upon them to come in.
Huh? My brain can't process this early in the morning. What did you say, Puma?
I said I think Israel's biding its time and waiting for peace be upon him to come in. I'm talking about Trump.
Oh, I was like Mohammed? What is he doing?
Yeah.
No,
Trump.
I don't know, guy.
Hail Titus! Hail Titus! Ended you, motherfuckers! Titus ended you, bro. Ended you. A million of you was dead.
Successfully predicted every election since.
You know who Titus is, right? I am descendant of General Titus, the Roman emperor who ended you, bro.
Titus.
Oh, you did the
Titus.
Oh, by the way,
It was actually.
the Roman Empire.
what happened to him?
What was the Hedrick?
See what he wrote in the chat about him. Don't worry about my name. Worry about Titus, bro. See what he wrote about.
Ruji, what happened to the Roman
Yeah,
Empire?
don't worry about money. Worry about it.
It wasn't Titus. He just killed Jesus.
Wait a second. Roji.
You were in tune for me.
Roji.
Hadrian was the guy you're looking for.
Hold on.
Okay. No, you shut up. Thanks. Okay.
Well, oh man, you think you're you think you're in Tel Aviv? You tell me that? What the fuck off, man? You come to Algeria. Fuck you.
Hey, I'm not scared of you, Ruji. You might.
Yeah, we can see that. You can see that. Fucking assholes. You're just killing kids and telling.
Okay, great. Ruji,
you just kill kids, bro. How do you say that? Like you're not fucking afraid of men. You're afraid of men.
What happened to the rest of your people?
You're afraid.
What's happened to the rest of your people, dude?
Why are you cutting your mouth? Because you have power, right? That's what you do. You just use your power. You cannot use your.
I'm not abusing you.
You have no bravery. You exist for thousands of years.
You're the one who's going crazy, you know.
Show me one battle. Come on.
Motherfuckers stole because they were on the roof with
They
them.
were looted, but they also had those
They were not looted.
those particular people have businesses in predominantly black areas, and instead of embracing that community, instead they were concerned about being hostile because of those rags. And I'm not saying that was across the board, you know what I'm saying, the case. I'm just simply saying that those famous pictures were made famous because of those fucking
because
rags.
they get to defend themselves and their.
The aftermath. Inquiring minds. No, you have my right, sis. For real?
Or anybody playing with them. I'm
sorry. All right. Well, I like the guy. He hasn't done anything to me, but you keep him blocked. See, he's even being polite. He called you sis. All right, we're gonna leave that alone before I get myself in trouble.
Right.
So what else is going on? Is it Pete? Are you outside, Keisha, or by a window? Is it? I thought she was white my whole life, but apparently she's not. She's like albino. Yeah. Nathan, I thought she was white my whole life, man.
Well, Nathan, I don't know if you're Black American, but we have a lot of things floating in our bloodline, so I don't know how we even start.
That's shared with all Adolfs, bro. All Adolfs do.
I was about to say, Gorgeous was saying, I always thought it was in the blood. And I'm Black American on both sides. And my ancestors said to me before he passed away, it's the blood, Niecy, it's the blood. Listen.
But Fifi is light skinned, just so you know. I seen it with Fifi.
My grandfather, he looks like a, I'll PTR him, but at any rate, it's in the blood, baby. It's the blood. They can say they black all they want, but if they don't have it in the blood, I don't know.
Like my
you know what? I don't think it's in the blood. I think it's how.
When it's all said and done, I'm not even sure Black American or even Black. We're not doing that.
We may not be, honey. Listen, we were here already. Shit, we were here.
George, I'm looking at your PTR, and you got blue eyes. Like, come on, bro.
We're not doing.
You just looks like my
cousin. Gorgeous looks like my first cousin. He has very light eyes, and it's in the blood somewhere. But my first cousin has eyes like Gorgeous.
George, do you remember the blue-eye, brown-eye experiment?
We're not doing that, Nathan.
You know what side you would be on with those blue eyes.
Better. You know that in this country we had a one-drop rule, and if you had African blood, you were considered black. That's why
That's a problem. You don't think that's a problem?
This is the structure of this country. So
exactly.
That's why you have people of different shades calling themselves black. We're not gonna change it up. We're not gonna act like we're ignorant to that history just because you.
Then again, y'all be telling me, so wouldn't you get rid of that one rule right away? Like, that would be the first rule to get rid of. Right, and then, but then again, right, then they tell me we're black people, they're not black.
So you can't, these people have lived their lives, no matter if I call myself not black or not, people are still gonna see me as a black man.
You guys are very selective about who's black and who's not. It's like the biggest
we're really not. We're really not.
Well, Brad, let me say this to you, Brad. Hey, Brad, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. We know you ain't black. How about that?
I probably am. I mean,
no, you're not. No, you're not.
Many other black people standing, so how do you judge that one?
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how fine my hair is, how light my color eyes are. I'm still going to be seen or light my skin is. I'm still going to be seen as a black man, and that's how it's always. That is why we have this conversation in this country, but we're not going to be ignorant to why people are calling themselves black. We were socialized as black, so that's why people are calling themselves black. It's not that complicated.
I mean, it ain't that bad.
What's the cutoff? What's the number of drops it takes?
I think 3.
350?
What's the drop?
They want that blood so bad, don't they, Gorgeous? Y'all want to listen.
Okay.
It is what it is. They want it, baby.
The thing is that there's a thing called passing. And unless you're passing as white, which is very rare, that's the only time people can escape the blackness. Okay?
So like J. Edgar Hoover.
Hey, George, that's what I'm talking about. If you let everyone in because of one drop, you don't think that's going to be people that are white who's going to get all the benefits of whiteness and blackness at the same time? Like, for example, let's say they have reparations, right? And let's say they give all black people reparations. And you got some white dudes talking, but hey, I want reparations. And they got white privilege too.
Just like
white people have already gotten reparations.
No, we're talking about the black people that are white.
Yeah, what about black people that are white?
If you have,
we're talking about black people that are white people.
We have black ancestry. If you have black ancestry.
No, white people that could be black people. Because
Really easy.
Good morning.
It's like this, bro. It's like,
let me show you some people.
It's a man that is a white man, but has like ADOS history.
Good morning. I'm just letting you buttered toast. That's all.
You don't think that there are white people in 2024 that are also ADOS?
What I'm saying to you is,
it's a bad question.
I am answering your question, and I'm saying to you is, I think that every descendant of slaves should receive reparations, no matter how they present. Because if you get into the politics of like trying to figure out who's black based on what their skin tone and hair textures look like, we're gonna have
These things existed. I mean, that's the first time I've heard anybody take that position.
Is that done?
But you can count me in for reparation.
Hey, Don.
I mean, if you have God bless you. But the bottom line is, I think that
George. Okay, let's do this now.
A lot of black women have white women hair.
George,
don't they have a lot of white black women with white women hair? So I mean, you just said if you have black hair, you could get reparations.
No, I just want to say this now. Okay, you say anyone ADOS reparation. What about the N-word? Can they use the N-word too?
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
No, it makes sense. They have to. They're
I'm saying that they can get reparations. Now let's talk about some people that are white. But there's some people that are white, but they identify as black, and they now use the N-word.
It's not about people that are white identify. It's
the word because of their history. That's wild.
And because you've been socialized as white.
Here,
Yo,
you be tricked. Here's the thing, which y'all fail to realize is one thing about Esau, they're top tier colonizers. As soon as you start putting reparations on the tables, like in real time, Esau is going to do whatever he needs to do to try to make himself a descendant of Adolf's for the sake of them coins. He's top tier colonizer. They lie, steal, kill, destroy. They're the devils. So what is the devil going to do? Lie, steal, and
Come
kill.
on. You don't even identify as Black Safari. We should mock the far for transracial chief states as well too. Because she don't even consider herself black.
Yeah, she's
She's making that sound like a bad thing.
We should have Black Victim Mondays.
I say we should make you a mod for transracial chief states because you don't identify as black. You identify as an Israelite.
Yeah, you're not one of us.
And I believe it. So don't get mad at me because the Bible said that that's who they
No,
are.
I know you believe it. That's what I'm saying. I believe you believe it.
And the Bible said they're the devil.
Yeah, but you don't identify as black.
No, I'm saying just like Rachel Garcelle, she believed she was black. I believe you think you're a Hebrew Israelite.
If you put reparations on the table, you can expect Esau to do exactly what they're going to do. They're going to lie, steal, and kill. Do them checks.
Nathan, is BHI a race now?
They're not black. Yep.
You
are
so beautiful to me.
You said what?
Yeah,
my girl.
That's so Christian of people.
What?
They want to go slaughter the white people because we're what white devils?
So King, King, the girl in my PTR, is she a nappy-headed harlot?
Oh, let me see. What was that? Oh, this Rachel Dolezal chick?
Is she a nappy-headed harlot?
Definitely not. She's an albino nappy-headed hoe.
You're not even
Too much on my cousin.
Yo, bootlegger. Who bodied you up, bootlegger?
Transracial Tuesday, man. I don't sit in the back of the bus.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
With some of these black
You are funny as hell, bootlegger. Don't let them say shit about you, bro. You funny as fuck, bro. You cool, but you funny. So
Rachel identified as black.
Stop hating because I got white privilege now. You can join the team.
You cool, but you
No,
funny.
you didn't get your secret decoder ring or your gift card. So, listen, and the white women didn't give you your little basket with the bows on it, some fruit, and a fucking bottle of cheese, and cheese whiz, and some fucking wine. And you didn't get any ratings
bottle of
potato salad, so.
I also wanted to add that I just want to be clear why.
Is that my boy Knowledge? What the?
Hi. I wanted to add that I wanted to be clear about why I'm saying what I'm saying about being black, because the project of creating race was about gatekeeping whiteness. White people are really obsessed with who is white.
Yo, shout out white people. Shout out white people.
So therefore,
Really, we're the only ones obsessed with.
Wait a minute, what Michael Gorgeous? Let him finish his statement, please. What Michael Gorgeous?
Why? All right, there's no gorgeous on the stage. There's
my name is Gorgeous.
And he's absolutely gorgeous. He has beautiful eyes. Listen, let that man talk.
Fuck what you got to say. You can go right with him too. You can go back to Wakanda too.
Wow.
Baby, I didn't come from Wakanda. Are you crazy? You talking about me? Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know nothing about. I don't know anything about Wakanda.
You guys can go create whatever blue-eyed,
blue-eyed man. Gorgeous is white.
Montana, Wakanda.
John Michael Gorgeous. Keep talking, baby. Keep talking.
I don't know Gorgeous.
I just
Can you
wanted
tell
to
me
say
where's this woman Gorgeous? Where's this little gorgeous woman? Oh wait, there's a George. He's fucking George. He had a daddy. He had a mom. He's a fucking idiot. And Hebrew Israelites? We're stoning this motherfucker.
President is going to be a black woman.
Yes, Madam President.
What? 12% of the population, you're going to scream, we're going to win.
Look at that nappy-headed albino.
You guys were calling her an Indian. Now you guys are claiming Kamala Harris. First of all, most of some of you black people say
Name is Kamala. Her name is Kamala. Kamala. Get used to it. Get used to it. Get used to it. Kamala. Get used to it. Get used to it.
They don't even know what those are for.
You see how triggered they are when I start speaking the truth? It's really crazy.
No, you see how stupid you sound when we start out having a list and we talk like we've been having
it's gonna be a black woman.
Can we go one at a time, at least, guys? If we're gonna do this, just one at a time.
Thank you.
Let's try to go about 60 to 90 seconds, man.
Hey, can we make a rule?
And then another person talk.
Can we make a rule? No lip. You have to talk in a normal voice.
Then how I'll be able to talk.
Voice and go by your birth name, George, not some fucking adjective that describes fucking walking down the street.
How do we know your name is even Brad?
Yeah, you guys just like claiming anybody who's black. I remember in 2016, somebody was black. Wait, let me finish.
No,
come on. One at a time. Let George go, then after George, then Nerdface. So.
Thank you, Nathan. But for the record, my name is Gorgeous. It's not George or anything like that, or any variation. I just wanted to finish saying that two things. One of all the racist white people in this room know that your president is going to be a black woman. Also, I want to finish by saying white people are very obsessed with race. They are the last group of people that need to be talking about race, being race mongers, because the whole reason why we have race in the first place is because they have begun separating themselves there in their continent, Europe, and now they've expanded race to include all these other people are phenotypically present a certain way. And so the reason why we have race structured the way we have it in this country was to gatekeep whiteness, which is why the one drop rule was created to guard people with African blood from obtaining the same rights as white people in this country. So if we're going to have a conversation as to why we are saying what certain people are black who do not look phenotypically traditionally black, what one would call black, that is why. Thank you, and God bless everybody, and God bless America.
Isn't it funny that Kamala or Come On Me had white men for Kamala, black women? Hold on, you hear me talking?
Yeah, Nerdface was next.
You had gays.
Nerdface was next.
Nerdface was next. Yeah, he was.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't know we were doing.
You go after Nerdface.
You go after Brad. And I'll go after you.
It's crazy because back in 2016, where I hear some of these black people, not all, I know Gorgeous not one of them, they were saying Kamala Harris isn't black. And now she's black now. I find this very confusing. I feel like when it comes to the black community, some black people like to pick and choose at certain points in time when they want to claim people that they're black. So I find that to be very interesting.
Well, then that's black.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said earlier, black people are the biggest gatekeepers to race. It's not even white people anymore.
Wait, Brad, what the hell?
We don't give a damn. You still want to be bad.
It's really funny about segregation, and then what's his name? Wants the George and his sidekick, whatever woman's fucking.
I'm nobody.
These two were sitting there going through and talking about segregation.
Stevie is my sidekick, if we like it.
How about that?
These people constantly talked about segregation and race, but it wasn't my candidates having white guys in fucking t-shirts for Kamala Harris, or I'm sorry, come on my eyelashes, Kamala Harris. You didn't have black women, white women, Karens, Asian women. You notice there's a theme with Kamala. I have to identify with the targeting groups. I have to segregate people. This is for you. And when you attend the meeting, you had people like Aram who were sifting through there, booting out people left, right, and center. You had people like dipshit down there that is George, but wants to fucking be, I don't know what, a furry. I mean, we should actually, since we have hunting seasons, I think we should be allowed to hunt some of these furries.
Yeah,
I think they should
oh my God. Are you crazy?
be able to. I mean, mean, it's just quite frankly, and all these guys want to sit there and talk about Kamala, the same woman who went out, started with a bang, yes, she's for all this shit, and she dropped like a stone, like the dead weight she is. She hasn't accomplished anything.
Listen to all that hate. It must
and
be
she's not going to get across the
miserable to have all that hate up in these things.
Right. He's so being weird, Brad.
Wait, just for the
I'm
record,
being
Brad,
weird?
who's
Against what?
the furry?
George. We can just call him George.
What is a furry? I'm confused.
Are you a furry?
I don't even know what that means. Does that mean gay?
No. It's like you dress up in like furry, furry animal costumes to have sex.
I'm not
There's only one furry, and that's
I'm not
Galaxy.
interested in anything like that, Brad. I'm taking. Thank you.
He taken? Is it a white man that's like dominating him and just kind of power through?
I just want to say this, just to the topic. I do feel that there are black people saying that, hey, blackness is for everyone. We cannot gatekeep it anymore. We can allow people who are white to be black. And if that's the case, we should let Rachel Dossell get reparations as well too, because she lived a life as a black She lived a life as a black woman.
Said you can't be black. So
I'm not trying to be black.
You just said people are, allowed to be black. She wasn't, and that's fine.
No. She claims that she was black.
She says she
should be considered black. I don't want to be black.
When we found the bottom line, Nathan,
she was lying about.
No. She wasn't lying. She was living her truth. You feel like she was lying because you're trying to gatekeep blackness. But sorry, go ahead.
You're being dishonest and disingenuous. When we found out that she was lying about her race, we immediately changed course. The only reason why is because we understand. The only reason why we accepted her is because we understand that in America, blackness presents phenotypically as a wide range.
What do you mean?
You know that.
No,
she changed her name.
George,
It's
just so you know,
African
George,
now.
what you guys were doing was being bigots because you wasn't bigots. I know a lived experience.
Didn't George change his name?
I had this man on stage say that he was going to hunt me down, and I'm being a bigot. That's crazy.
I say we should allow hunting season because you want to identify as a furry, like a deer.
I don't know what you're into, Brad, but I have a man. I don't know why.
I know you have a white man. You went to a white man. You went to a white man.
No, Brad, I'm not. Brad, we cannot be together. We can't be together, Brad. I have a man.
Gorgeous. Is that true though that you're a gay divester?
Who I date is nobody's business.
George.
Leave Gorgeous alone. Damn.
Get American woman. American woman, how are you, sweetheart? Please get
Stop dogpiling on Gorgeous.
I'm not trying to talk that shit. It sounds like American. We're trying to get to the bottom of this. It appears that Gorgeous is a divester, and we're trying to figure it out.
I am not a divester. Thank you.
But you're dating a white man.
Who said? I did not confirm nor deny what race of a man I'm dating.
You didn't date no woman.
How are you guys figuring I'm dating a white man? I'm just curious.
Because pleading the fifth is usually something that someone does only if they're trying to avoid self-incrimination.
Or if they're private and that's none of your business. My man is a real alpha male and he'll kick all of your asses. So I don't have time. I will beat the dog. I will beat the dog. I don't have. And he knows how to. And he knows how to use his Second Amendment right.
Ain't gonna do shit.
He knows how to use his Second Amendment right.
The fuck, and I'll use it too. What? You think they stopped making guns when they made your faggot ass gun, nigga? The fuck is you talking about?
So wait a minute. Y'all think I was gonna beat up his boyfriend? Y'all crazy? Oh my god.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this.
You are so upset.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of this like your boyfriend gets to the bottom of you, bro.
You know what's funny is Florida's picturing this in his mind, so that means he's horny.
This must
You're
be the
actually
white man
thinking all
George
of
is
these
with.
sexual
This the white
things,
man
Florida.
George is with.
Talk
Okay,
about it, Florida.
Okay, point.
Hey, what's up? What's
All
going
right,
on?
whatever you say. What's up, Cappuccino?
Concert cowards.
That's your favorite shit, right, nigga?
Florida's been bending over a king, obviously.
Okay,
Booty clapping for
whatever you say,
What
bud.
is going on in here? I just got in here. What kind of shit is going on in here?
You know, every time I hear
Oh,
you,
look, here's this
Cappuccino,
weirdo
I wonder, did this
QQ on the
nigga like
stage.
see
What up,
any of the
QQ?
commercials? Did you see any of the You sound like you have a hole in your neck, like the the smoking hole that all the old grandma that used to be on the True commercials. She used to smoke that shit
You're
through
the
her neck.
content now. Now you're the content. You thought gorgeous was the content? Now you're the content on the recording. The clown.
Yo, y'all see this weirdo QQ yesterday? He was like hearing about this. Hold on,
Everybody in the audience now knows that Florida is bending king over.
Solid. Did you hear this? You and Mike were having this conversation yesterday about who's bigger, who's more fit, who's more better. And then Mike showed his PTR, and then this QQ guy took that and heard the women on stage all gawking and awing over Mike's photo. So he went to fucking AI and made a fucking AI Jesus wrestler to impress. Posted it on his fucking Instagram. This QQ character, bro.
What?
Fucking weird, dog.
What type of weird shit is that, bro?
He's a weird dude, bro. He was professing his love for the women on the stage yesterday. It was weird shit.
You know, why y'all gotta be weirdos on here, man? Why we can't just troll and be
Solomon.
What's up? Who said Solomon?
How's your morning going?
Hey, what's American woman? American woman.
American woman.
She just made my day. American woman. Say something to me.
Come walk my way.
What's up, American?
Don't come knocking at my door.
I mean, you're not gonna say anything. I just sang you a
I
song.
asked you, how's your morning?
And I just sang you a song. Like, what the fuck?
I loved it.
All right, that's what I like to hear. I appreciate it.
I love you.
I appreciate you, girl.
Yo, don't be weird. Don't be weird.
I love you too.
Hey, Cappuccino, keep that shit, bro. Move out the way, bro. Please, move out the way.
I got love.
What is going on?
Yo, this Rachel Dolezal chick is something different, dog. She really went through quite the transformation from a young white woman to some old trying to be black woman. She even renamed herself Nkechi Amare Diallo. Nkechi Amare Diallo.
I don't understand where Republicans and conservatives are getting this racial standards from, because
What do you mean?
didn't you guys 2 weeks ago have Amber Rose speak?
You guys said it. You said I mean, listen, it was black men. It was black men. It was black men that accepted Amber Rose as a member of the community because she likes black
It
dick.
seems like Republicans are accepting her quite well as well. And she's actually a featured video vixen in one of the Trump rap videos. I saw it.
Yeah, but look,
it's not about skin color. It's not about. Apparently, she's a part of the Black Outreach Program for Republicans. I don't understand where you're getting this. So that's not skin color. It's about that belong to. It's probably the fact that she is also American blood.
Some very big powers, but not on all areas. And the kind of the executive order thing has been taken advantage by every president in the last like 50 years, probably longer, right? Which upsets the balance.
If I am honest, I mean, I am skeptical of both parties of that you have in the U.S. Because I also think that both parties are trying to take advantage of authoritarianism, and they are upset. So, for example, when the right comes and criticizes the left about what they're doing, which I think it's wrong, you know, I mean, I think that I disagree with the left so much, and especially with these politicians that you guys have. I think they're very corrupt. They don't even understand economics. I think it's terrible what's happening right now in the U.S. However, if I look at the Republicans, I mean, like, I don't trust them either, because I think that they are just as authoritarian as the left, and they're upset with the left not because of principles. They're upset with the left because they are the ones in power, and the Republicans would do exactly the same as soon as they get in power. So I'm not really hopeful about Republicans actually being better than left. They're being hypocrite, you know. But at the same time, like, yeah, I do like Trump. I do like some of the people that he surrounds himself when it comes to principles, you know. But I think that as a party, they are just as dangerous. Now,
I would say differently. I would say differently. The where their danger is aimed, I think, is in different locations.
Probably, but it's still, I don't know. I think that both of them are attempting against the individual, you know, and that really makes me very distrustful of them both. And
well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think that both parties are trying to maximize the capacity of everybody in the country to, you know, live the American dream, whatever the fuck that means anymore, right? But one wants to do it with limited government, and one wants to do it with a bigger government. And I think those are two legitimate political philosophies, and both are aimed at trying to maximize the good for as many people as possible.
Wait, who wants limited government again?
Conservatives.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they want, I mean, limited government. They want a little bit lesser government than the Democrats.
Sorry, I mean, I didn't get that from Trump or Vance.
Right, but only in certain areas. They don't want limited government for everything. They're happy to have like a big government for whatever. Some of it is reasonable, right? Big military, but they also want
that's a
like
legitimate government.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable. I think that's like very reasonable. But yeah, that's like a big philosophical difference: small government versus big government.
Yeah, I mean, if you want freedom, you know, go for it. If you value freedom, go for a limited government. If you want totalitarian control and no freedoms, well, go for the big government.
Hey guys, just wanted to make a point of clearance. So the executive orders do have limitations. It's not like
free for all.
Unbounded power, and they can be revoked by both the judiciary branch or legislative branch. So it's not like a king's
What are the
order.
limitations?
So they can be revoked by either of the other two branches.
If it's unconstitutional or something.
That's for judiciary, but legislative can actually while judiciary even looks at it, I think they can put a bar of enforcement onto the order, and the legislative, if I remember correctly, can just make a regulation that invalidates any executive order. So legislation has superior power from the executive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But look, I think for me, there's two things. If I zoom out, I think both parties have given up on classical Western liberalism, the idea of a broad middle public square where real policies can be debated, where political vengeance and retribution is like unacceptable, or at least minimized. I think the culture is so bad that it's real hard to talk policy difference. And another
It's
thing
very
is
tribalistic.
Yeah, and another thing is the money, right? The money runs the politics in both parties. I mean, let's be honest about how many of our elected officials are bought and paid for across the board. You know? So, I don't know, there's an interesting stat about, decades ago, you used to have families where Republicans and Democrats married each other, right? Those stats have said, you don't have that anymore.
I know, they're all divorced.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that the whole tribalism that we are seeing right now, it comes from cultural differences, really, not from political or policy differences. And that's what makes it so difficult to find like a common ground, because I remember before, like both parties were more alike than different. That they differed in a couple of things, but I mean, like both would have same values, let's say for life or for liberty or for, I don't know, entrepreneurship and the American dream. They were both patriotic and they both love USA. But right now I am seeing, and I don't know if it's just my little bubble, that I perceive through either social media or the news or here in Clubhouse, but I can see a material difference between the two of them. Like I feel that the Democratic Party shows a lot of frustration, a lot of anger and toxicity, and they just want to fight, and then they want to change the essence of the US. And I don't know, like that feels a little bit weird, because it's like the principles of the US, it makes them uncomfortable, when they're fighting for something that the US doesn't stand for. And they almost want to make the US.
What's the essence of the United States?
So, for example, before, like the individual rights or the opportunities
what's the first word of the preamble to the Constitution?
Sorry.
What is the first word of the Constitution?
We the people, no?
That doesn't sound like individual liberty to me. That sounds like we.
Well,
that's not what it means.
Who's pursuing their own happiness?
I don't think that
we the people, as in,
is about individualism. I think it's a particular way to balance individualism and collectivism. It leans towards individualism, but I don't think it ignores collectivism in any way. I'm
not trying to ignore collectivism. Just let me finish this, and then you go, Simon. I'll shut up. Because in the end, I was talking about this like a couple of days ago, because I just had this realization not long ago, which is that I think the message is inverted. Like when we talk about individualism, I mean, people want to believe that we're talking about isolation and people living on their own or whatever. But when I refer to individual rights, I mean, okay, you have the right to succeed, but you also have the right to make mistakes. Now, it's your responsibility to be accountable for whatever those decisions, whether good or bad for you, to be, I don't know, to deal with the consequences, you know? And so when you leave an individual to his responsibility to make his own decisions, then individuals tend to collaborate more with others because they are on their own. So they're forced basically to look for strong supporting systems, to look for strong network, to build a family that they can rely on, to have a community that they can rely on, you know, because they're on their own. They don't have the government to clean up their mistakes. So in the end, individualism is what actually drives the collective and the cooperation. Whereas when you have
that's not true.
government,
No, that's not going to be true. That's only true in modernity and in post-modernity. I mean, for most of human history, it was the collective structures that allowed individuals to thrive.
Exactly.
Not the other way.
But precisely. So an individual knows. An individual knows that they need the collective in order to thrive.
Wait, hold on. What period is this?
Every
When
human history, yeah, throughout history, that's the case.
So
Yeah,
the one
but
where
when you-
human
You want me to
beings
explain
didn't-
why?
Well, hold on. Are you saying the period in history where there was no wealth creation, no innovation, and
I don't know what that
No,
means.
Simon,
To
they're
me, like,
talking about- they're
when
talking
I'm talking about every
normal-
period in history.
Yeah, exactly. People.
yeah, but I'm
that's what
saying that human beings live miserable
hold on.
lives. You're
No, I don't think that's true. In what state?
Hold on.
Like,
Say
you
the
mean
point.
prior
Rascal,
to?
Hold on.
This is exactly what I'm saying, Rascal. That the individuals know that they need others to survive. So when you actually promote the responsibility that the individual has, they will look for that collaboration.
Yeah,
But
no, I
when-
disagree with that. I'll explain why. Right, throughout history, it's the case. When you maximize like certain individuals, right, into a particular type of power system, right, what you get is like what we've had for pretty much the history of the world when we've had like large organized like gov states, right? Is what you have is you have a small amount of people, these individuals, right, at the top, who essentially have all the resources and set all the way that the society is going to be, have undue influence and power in the way that society is going to run because they have all the resources. And then you have like the remainder of the majority of the people at the bottom who don't have enough resources because the people who are short, the small amount of people at the top have taken those resources. And so what happens is rugged individualism, right, essentially ends up where you're going to have these systems, essentially you have class systems where you're going to end up always, right, with a large majority of people on the bottom, right, the actual collective whose rights are being neglected.
Okay, so
you have not explained. Still, you have not explained why. Why is it that people?
I did explain why. Do you want me to explain why again?
No, you didn't.
Because okay, I'll explain why again. So because when you maximize that,
hold on.
All you did.
If I didn't explain it, let me explain it to you then.
No,
A
hold
zero-sum game.
Before you joined the stage, you heard that we were having a normal and non-agitated conversation. So I don't know if you feel very emotional about this topic or whatever.
No, you're
okay.
gaslighting.
No, I'm not gaslighting you. I'm asking you to be less defensive. I'm not trying
I'm not defensive at all. I feel very strong. I don't think that
It sounds like you are.
So
Sounds like
I'm not like all we're doing is you're just psychoanalyzing me instead of discussing.
No, because I'm telling you that I still
I'll explain it.
didn't get an explanation. Why do you believe? That's how I can see that you're emotional.
Okay, yeah. So can you not do that? Because I can do the same back to you.
No, can you not speak over me and then?
Sure, but don't psychoanalyze me, please. Right? That's going to be.
No,
of course I'm going to react
you joined the stage and started doing this right here that you're doing. She's asking
What am I doing?
She's asking you to please stop, and then you can talk. That's all she's asking.
That's fine, but don't psychoanalyze me, please.
Well, I can do whatever I want. It's my stage, dude. Anyway,
Okay.
So I am saying that you're not proving to me how is it that individualism doesn't care about the collective. And I mentioned when you are on your own, the primitive, even the history without any governmental structures, I agree with you, there was a collective, but it was a collective not because it was imposed, but because the individual, the human nature, looks for collaboration because it needs the collaboration in order to survive. So individuals go to that conclusion themselves without being imposed by the government. And so this is why I say that individualism drives the cooperation. Whereas if you impose something, for example, if the government is the one giving you the resources you need, it leaves you, actually it creates isolation because you don't need to cooperate with the rest in order to get the resources that you need to survive. You're getting it from the government, and you don't need to get along with your neighbors or along with your family or build a family, a nuclear family or a strong network, because you don't need them. You have the government. So this is why I say that there is an inversion of the narrative, because individualism drives cooperation, what drives is isolation. Now, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong, because I'll explain why. It's because you just repeated what you did again, right? Like, just repeated the same thing. So in the case, right, when we have this rugged sort of individualism aspect, right, I'm gonna give you an example of like two particular people who are a good example for this, right? Would be like somebody like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, okay? These are people who have an inordinate amount of the resources in our society, right? And what they do is essentially they hoard wealth. And all the things that they're interested in, right? All the things they want from government, essentially they have a bigger ear to the government because essentially they can pay their way in, right? They can support the government in various ways, right? In ways that, like, the voices of the people at the bottom, the actual majority of people in society cannot be heard, which is exactly the problems that we're having in the United States today, right? Like the people, the general, like the major aspect of the public, 99% of the people, right? Like they want a national healthcare system, right? They want to have, different forms of child welfare, different sorts of like different forms of child care for them, right? So affordable child care, because both parents work and it's becoming very hard for normal working people to be able to afford this. So the problem is also to do with things like the inflation that we have on like the cost of food and everything like this, right? Now the reason why all those people, the majority of people in the world, right, are suffering, are not having their voices heard. It's because of the individualism with the people at the very top who have way more power than the rest of them.
I have questions for you for that round. One is, why do you think you should have access to other person's property? Yours. Why should you have access? You have access when it's not yours. Number one. And number two, you said that these are hoarders of wealth. Can you explain to me how someone hoarding wealth can become a millionaire? Because it tells me, that you really don't understand what entrepreneurship is. Someone that actually has a business is not looking just to hoard wealth. It's looking to get money so that it can be